Hello everyone, CM here to make another video about the Guardians of the United States. And this time we're gonna be doing Corporate Art Part 3, or aka the greatest engineer of our time, alright? This is gonna be an interesting video. It's gonna be talking about one of the other CEOs that helped control the Legion Corporation. I can't wait to show you it, but before we get into that, I have to warn you, do not watch this video if you're someone under the age of 18, as this video may talk about some pretty sensitive topics that may not be suitable for kids, alright? Alright, so do not watch this video if you're someone under the age of 18, alright? This video may talk about some pretty sensitive topics that may not be suitable for kids, alright? So if you're still watching, as I've been saying, you have been warned, alright? Alright, so let's get into it. Alright, it's gonna be fun. Let's get started. The Corporate Art Part 3, or aka the greatest engineer of our time. We're gonna be transitioning in 3, 2, 1. Alright, alright, let's do this. Alright, Josh L. Deeds, who is the third CEO of the Legion Corporation, or he's also known as the greatest engineer of our time, and is also known as the Lord of Automation and Engineering. Alright, so now who is this character? What's his backstory? What's his deal? What's his deal? What is his abilities? What is everything? What's his company? Well, I'm gonna tell you what it is, as in right here. Let's do this. As in right here, this is the car company called, this is the car company called Sapolo, and Sapoli was founded in the year of July 2022, or July 22nd, 1909, and Sapolo was founded by a man by the name of Zachary Sapolo, who would later create one of the largest transportation companies in the world, and Zachary would create a very profitable company, and Sapolo would be in charge of his company until he died of a stroke in the year of December 12th, 1953, in which investors had to take over the company for a while until the year of November 11th, 1952. A man by the name of Josh Deeds would be appointed as CEO for the company. However, he would not be in charge of things the traditional way, as Josh Deeds was in fact a puppet for the investors, as Josh never came up with any decisions. Instead, it was the investors just used him to create rules that filled their very own pockets. That filled their very own pockets. But completely screw over the employees, and the investors mistreated Josh Deeds quite a lot, oftentimes threatening to ruin his life if he did not obey them. Alright, so let's go on to the next part right here, as in right here. And this went on for many years until the 90s came around, as tensions between the U.S. and the Middle East started to pop off, which involved the U.S. and the GOU putting sanctions on Middle Eastern countries such as Iran and Afghanistan, which caused the price of oil to skyrocket, which in turn hurt the transportation industry, including the car company Sapolo, causing employees to be laid off and lose their jobs. However, as Josh Deeds was walking to the investors to talk with them, but stops at the door and overhears them talking about getting rid of him, in which this shocks and frightens Josh, causing him to run to the bathroom and freak out, as if he loses his job, it won't only affect him but also his family. But also his family, and especially his 5-year-old daughter Amber, who was paralyzed from the waist down. And as Josh gets on his hands and knees and prays for a savior to please help him, but then a voice can be heard in front of him, and when Josh looks up to see the entity known as Mammon appears to offer him a deal he cannot refuse. The deal was says, I'll help you get rid of those investors and even let you be in charge for once, but you have to be a part of my legion. Do you accept? And Josh, out of desperation, accepted the deal and shakes Mammon's hand, and which causes Mammon to infuse his magic, his body parts, and soul into Josh. And Josh Deeds makes a promise to one day find a cure for his beloved daughter, just to see his baby walk and have a better life. Okay, so that is the origin story of the character known as Josh Deeds. Now, you might be wondering, now, how did Josh Deeds end up taking over the company? Well, Mammon, being the entity that he is, uses power and influence to dig up dirt on some of the investors and also completely exposing their dirty deeds to the public, which caused a kind of like a big uproar with many of the investors going to jail and also facing many prison sentences. And after that, Mammon would end up letting Josh L. Deeds take over the company. Now, how did Josh Deeds make the company known as Apollo get so good? Well, one of the ways that this happened, one of the ways that he made Apollo the company that he is, was that he asked Mammon to let him be in charge, and Mammon, using his power, using his knowledge, gave Josh L. Deeds knowledge to how to be a great engineer, to help create some of the best engineering transportation technology ever known to man. Okay? And that's how Josh L. Deeds became one of the greatest engineers of all time. Now, before we get started, I have to tell you Josh L. Deeds' abilities, as in right here. Josh L. Deeds is an outworldler who draws his power from Mammon, and he uses automation magic. This magic allows him to transform into any fully automated vehicles he wants through supernatural means, and has magnetism, being able to fuse magnetic or inorganic properties together, and can possess any type of automated vehicles, and has superhuman speed and strength and endurance, and has electricity manipulation, and has immortality, and has telepathy, and has soul transformation. He can transfer parts of his soul into multiple automated vessels. Okay, that is his abilities. He is considered one of the strongest CEOs at the Legion Corporation. Now, next, we're going to be moving on again. We're going to be talking about his car companies, Apollo, and how influential it is, okay? So get ready for it, but before I get started, I have to ask, what do you guys think of this character? Do you sympathize with him? I know he is a villain, but does he have like a backstory you can kind of sympathize over? You know, especially consider that he wants to make sure to be in charge and try to do what he can to help find a cure for his paralyzed daughter. Do you sympathize with that? Let me know in the comment section below, okay? I really want to know what you guys' thoughts on this character so far. Let me guys know in the comment section below. Now we're going to be transitioning. And 3, 2... Alright, here we go. 1, as you can see right here, Lovely Sapolo. Okay, that's the full name of this car company. This car company, Lovely Sapolo. It's a very unique word that many people in this universe call, because the cars that are made from this company are very lovely to be in. They're very lovely to drive, and they're very lovely useful. Now, how big and how influential is this company? Well, I'm gonna tell you what it is, as in right here. Lovely Sapolo Car Companies are owned by the Lovely Sapolo Automation Car Company. Automation Car Company owns 10 transportation companies and 14 steel manufacturing companies and 40 automotive companies and 19 investment companies, and owns and funds several political groups. Okay, as you can see, this is a really big company, pretty influential, has a lot of political connections with many powerful people within Congress. It is technically what you call a monopoly. Has a big monopoly on the transportation industry and also many other industries as well, especially anything to do with transportation or cars or right here steel manufacturing, and also has a lot of political connections with many political groups. It even owns many political groups that basically help to lobby to get more regulations, to help lobby for regulations, to help regulate their competitors or handicap their competitors in the free market. All right, because that's the type of behavior this company behaves in. And it wants to be a monopoly so bad that it'll do anything to do that, even if that means handicapping their competitors in the free market, okay? All right, next we're going to be talking about Josh L. Deed's net worth. All right, so we're going to be talking about that, and we're going to be transitioning in 3, 2, 1. Okay, here we go. Josh L. Deed's net worth, as you can see right here. All right, Josh L. Deed's net worth. Now, what is his net worth? I'm going to tell you what it is. As in right here, Josh L. Deed's net worth. JLD, or AK Josh L. Deeds, the greatest engineer of our time, who has a net worth up to $2050.10 billion net worth. Now, Josh got this net worth by creating new and improved automation technology that helped made big impacts on the transportation industry. Now, another way he got wealthy is by investing and buying a ton of failed transportation companies and a ton of transportation companies and turned them into successful companies, in which this made a big impact on his $250.10 billion net worth. Okay, so that's how he did. That's how he got his net worth, and that's how rich he is. I'm going to be transferring again, and 3, 2, 1. Okay, here we go. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and share, comment, subscribe to the video. Don't forget to follow me on my Twitter account at oddcinema899, and let me guys know in the comment section below what you guys think of this character. Alright, what'd you think of this character, Josh L. Deeds? Alright, let me know in the comment section below. What do you think about the greatest engineer of our time, or the Lord of Automation and Engineering? Let me guys know in the comment section below, but what do you think about his backstory, and do you feel sympathy for this villain character, someone who wants to do what he can to make sure his daughter is safe, or make sure his daughter is able to walk again? Let me guys know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and share, comment, subscribe to the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Now, thank you guys so much for watching. Also, let me know what you guys think of this car company as well. Also, would you buy from this car company as well? Let me know in the comment section below. And don't forget to like and share. Have a wonderful day. And as I've been saying, may God bless.